The image of the mobster is predominantly male. Traditionally, organized crime hierarchies relegated women to the role of the wife, mother, or, at best, low-level criminal. However, there are a number of historic female mobsters who were as ruthless, strategic, and daring as their male counterparts, starting the list with Griselda Blanco. Griselda Blanco, widely known as the cocaine godmother, was a prominent drug lord who amassed a fortune by smuggling cocaine into the United States in the 1970s and 1980s. Blanco was born in 1943 in Colombia and grew up in poverty. As a teenager, she went to crime and rose to become one of history's most powerful drug lords. Blanco's net worth has been reported to be as high as $2 billion, making her one of history's wealthiest drug lords. Her fortune enabled her to enjoy a luxury lifestyle that included private jets, boats, and various houses across the world. Her merciless tactics and involvement in violent crimes, including the murder of countless people, eventually caught up with her. Blanco has been arrested several times and has served time in prison in both the United States and Colombia. She was killed in Colombia in 2012, allegedly by a rival drug cartel. Blanco's life story has been the topic of books, documentaries, and even a television series, despite her infamy and the illicit actions that led to her money. Her rise and fall continue to captivate audiences while also serving as a cautionary story about the pitfalls of a criminal life. Maria Licardi. Maria Licardi is an Italian mafia boss who is said to have a net worth of around £500 million. She was born on March 24, 1951, in Naples, Italy, in the Camorra stronghold of Secondigliano. Licardi rose to prominence in the Camorra organization, one of the most powerful Italian mafias, and was dubbed La Piccolina, which translates as the small one in Italian. Licardi's fortune stems from unlawful operations, such as drug trafficking, extortion, and money laundering. She was arrested in 2001 and sentenced to 20 years in jail for mafia involvement. But she was released in 2009 because of good behavior. She supposedly assumed control of the Licardi clan after her release. Licardi has drawn the attention of law enforcement officials due to her illicit activities and affluence. She's been arrested multiple times and suspected of orchestrating murders and running extortion rings. On July 12, 2019, the Court of Naples overturned Licardi's preventative detention, citing the legal issues brought by her lawyer, and her current location is unknown. Because of her money and power, Licardi has become a feared and notorious figure in the Italian underworld. Rosetta Cutolo. Rosetta Cutolo was an Italian criminal who was thought to have amassed substantial money through her involvement in organized crime. She was the sister of Raffaele Cutolo, the founder of the Camorra's Nuova Camorra Organizzata, NCO crime organization. Despite the fact that her actual net worth is unclear, Cutolo's business skills and ability to deal with other gangs helped her to develop the NCO's criminal empire, which was involved in a variety of unlawful operations, such as drug trafficking and extortion. Cutolo's fortune enabled her to live a luxury lifestyle, owning various residences and driving high-end vehicles. She was also noted for her charity donations to the local community, notably the construction of a school in her birthplace. Cutolo's unlawful activity eventually led to her arrest in 2001, and she was charged with many counts of criminal conspiracy, money laundering, and drug trafficking. She was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Stephanie Sinclair. Stephanie Sinclair, better known as Queenie, was a notorious early 20th century American gangster. While her exact net worth is unknown, she was known at the time to be one of the wealthiest women in the United States. St. Clair was the commander of the Policy Racket, a Harlem-based gang that used a lottery-style betting system. She was well known for her smart business sense and ability to bargain with competing gangs. St. Clair's empire was thought to be worth millions of dollars per year, and she was known to lavishly compensate her personnel. St. Clair had a taste for the finer things in life. She was known to own a number of properties in New York City, including a house in the prestigious Sugar Hill district. She also drove fancy cars and was frequently photographed sporting fur jackets and diamond jewelry. Despite her money and power, St. Clair faced numerous problems, including being pursued by notorious mobster Dutch Schultz. She eventually left the illicit scene and lived a calm life in Manhattan in her later years. Stephanie St. Clair's life was marred by scandal, but her success in the criminal underworld enabled her to earn a sizable fortune during her lifetime. Sandra, Queen of the Pacific, Avila Beltran. Sandra Avila Beltran, often known as the Queen of the Pacific, is well known in Mexico for her alleged involvement in the drug trade. Despite her questionable past, there have been rumors regarding her enormous wealth. The net worth of Avila Beltran is difficult to calculate because she has kept a low profile since her incarceration in 2007. Her role in the Sinaloa cartel, one of Mexico's most powerful drug cartels, shows she had access to enormous wealth. In 2001, Avila Beltran was rumored to be in possession of a $2 million luxury boat titled The Palace. She was reportedly said to have had a $4.5 million house in Mexico City. Despite her affluence, Avila Beltran was condemned to prison for her alleged involvement in illicit operations. She was released in 2015. However, her actual financial position is unknown at this time. Ultimately, while Sandra Avila Beltran's fortune was substantial, it came at a heavy price. Thelma Wright. Thelma Wright was just a normal Catholic girl before she met her future husband, Jackie Wright, a wholesale heroin supplier in the bountiful Philadelphia drug scene. They fell in love in a whirlwind romance, married, and had a son in 1982. Love is blind, right? Jackie had ties to the Black Mafia, a feared Philadelphia street gang known for murdering cops. This made him a very powerful man, but it also earned him a few very dangerous enemies. By forcing herself into her husband's business, she became the primary source of heroin and cocaine in Philadelphia. She would even transport the drugs across the country to Los Angeles. Wright was estimated to earn over $400,000 per month at her peak. This earned her a high level of respect from her male contemporaries, as well as nicknames like Boss Lady and Queen Pen. But it wasn't a glamorous fairy tale. She was arrested while trying to transport cocaine via the United States Postal Service. Thelma saw the warning signs and wisely decided to leave drugs behind before greed led to her arrest or death. Though she may have lived on the wrong side of the law, Wright's legacy will always be remembered as a powerful woman who made her mark in a male-dominated world. That's it for today's video. Did we miss anyone on this list? Be sure to let us know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe and turn on notification so that you never miss an upload. See you in the next one.